Welcome back. Tucson is full of men and women in uniform making sure that our neighborhoods, businesses, and streets are kept safe, and many of them go above and beyond their regular call of duty. Here to tell us how the Southern Arizona Law Enforcement Foundation is recognizing these individuals is Executive Director Bonnie Faircloth, along with 3 of the honorees. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure to see you. Bonnie, let's start with you. Tell us about the foundation and what the goal is.
So the Southern Arizona Law Enforcement Foundation, formerly known as Tucson Police Foundation, our mission is to raise money to benefit our officers, mainly towards critical life-saving equipment such as bulletproof vests, technology, software, and then also ongoing officer safety training. We help either fully fund or supplement that department's budget to make sure they get those items.
It's huge. Very important necessities
Yes.
for these officers to, like I said, protect our communities, do their job. And how is it that you're honoring these particular officers?
So this is our upcoming 13th annual Unsung Heroes Awards and Dinner Gala coming up on January 27th. And we recognize them for the work that they do on a volunteer basis, above and beyond their regular call of duty. The great work that they do serving and protecting our community.
Right, the unsung heroes going above and beyond, and there we have them on the screen. And you know, we only have 3 of 4 here today. Detective De La Osa couldn't join us today, but we're honored to be joined by these 3 officers. Lieutenant Caballero, let's start with you. What are you being honored for, and what does it mean to you to be honored?
Well, in my nomination, there was 3 organizations that I was cited for volunteering with, but the one that I'm most passionate about and near and dear to my heart is the Devil Pups program, and it's a youth development program for 14 to 17-year-olds, and we teach them how to be better citizens, respect the country, manners, instill manners in them.
Yeah.
And if they qualify, we send them to a 10-day encampment at Camp Pendleton, California, where they further that education, and hopefully when they come back, they have a greater sense of responsibility, and their parents should be a wonderful change. See a wonderful change in them when they get back.
Yeah, such important work. And what does it mean to you to be honored in this way?
You know, this has been a very humbling 3 weeks since learning of my nomination and selection. It's not something that I seek. I don't think I'm very good at it, to be honest with you. But I really appreciate the foundation's getting me selected for this, and of course my bosses for nominating me. It means a great deal.
Yeah, well, congratulations. And
Thank
Officer Izaguirre, why are you being honored, and what does it mean to you?
It's amazing, first of all, but after reading my nomination, what my sergeant discussed was the fact that a lot of what I do on duty, but off duty, we do a tip a cop quite often. That's a yearly thing where all the benefits go to Special Olympics. I teach our Citizens Academy regularly. I'll go to my daughter's schools and teach public safety or officer safety, stranger danger, and stuff like that. Last year I participated in Camp Fury, which I plan on participating again this year, and that's an amazing camp where it's a partnership between Girl Scouts and local public safety agencies, and it's a week long for teenage high school girls, and they get a taste of what it's like to be in public safety, and it's all very hands-on. So they will use the fire hoses for on the fire department days, and on the officer days they learn defensive tactics, they learn crime scene investigation, and it's a full week for them, and they get a taste of what it's like to kind of look into this field as a public safety officer.
And how special is it for you to be honored in this way?
It's amazing. You know, like he explained, it's very humbling. It's a huge honor from the foundation and from Miranda PD to be selected. And it's not something where we don't get into this job seeking recognition or even really expect it. So when it happens, it's very humbling and very honored.
Absolutely. And Detective Jolsing, last but not least, tell us about why you're being honored.
Well, I was nominated for working with the Community Justice Board, which is created through the Pima County Attorney's Office. And essentially what it is a group of volunteers all across Pima County helping out youth that have committed minor offenses that kind of we want to get back on the right track. We don't just want to slap them with a criminal record. We want to, you know, find out their strengths and weaknesses, build strength in their support systems, both at home, in their family, and at school, and kind of just help them become, you know, better, you know, teens and, you know, transition to adult life with successes and not kind of hold on to the mistakes they made. It holds them accountable, but it's non-punitive. So you know, we're their friends. We're there to help them. We want them to be, you know, kind of remorseful for their mistake, but to also move on and transition into that adult life with kind of a clean slate. And at the end of it, if they complete our a community justice board and all the projects we assign to them, which could be family fun days or chore charts or apology letters, whatever it may be, if they finish it, they get a certificate that at age 18,
Yeah.
if they have no more mistakes or anything like that, they get their criminal record expunged essentially, and they can move on with a clean slate.
And what's it mean to you to be honored?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, working as a police officer, you're working with the community all the time. The community, we love the community. All these officers, everyone, we want to strengthen the community, help the community, protect it in any way we can. And when you work with the youth especially, you have just such a sense of joy, and just you have a commitment to the youth, because they're going to take on after us when we're done with our time, and you want to strengthen that foundation of the community. So it means a ton.
Well, you are true leaders in our communities, and I want to thank you all so much for the work you do every day, and also for, of course, these special projects. And you really are our unsung heroes, and so that's why you're being honored in this way. Bonnie, incredible selections. It's
Oh
going to
my
be an
gosh.
amazing event.
Yes, it
People
is.
can get involved. If they can't
it.
make it to the dinner, of course, they can contribute in other ways, and I'm going to let them know just how to do that. And I want to thank you so much for joining us,
Thanks for
and
having
as well
us.
to you, officers. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, the Unsung Heroes Dinner and Awards Gala is taking place on January 27th with check-in starting at 5:30 p.m. at the Lowe's Ventana Canyon Resort. For more information, visit soazlef.org or call 520-207-2878.